And welcome to Arts Talk TV. I'm Bill Roberts.
I'm Jennifer Boudreau.
We're excited to be here with Shaw TV. Jennifer and I worked together on a show previously, which you may have seen, called Arts Talk Online, which was a web-based series. So now we're excited to be back doing a show where we can promote arts within Edmonton and the surrounding community.
It's now Arts Talk on TV.
It is. It's Arts Talk on TV, not online anymore.
Yeah, so we had a short 2-year hiatus. What did you do while we were gone?
Well, over that short 2-year hiatus, that's a year and 2 years you had there, Jennifer. But anyway, over that 2-year hiatus, I've been producing, directing, working on some short film projects, web series. That's not even a word either, but working on a web series, a few different things, and now I'm working on a fringe show.
Which show?
A show called Apocalypse Saskatchewan. So we're in full rehearsals.
Zombies.
Zombies will be at the Regina Fringe and the Edmonton Fringe. So we're actually 5 weeks away from the Regina Fringe.
Oh, that sounds so busy. Mm-hmm. Do you want to know what I've been doing?
I would love to know what you've been doing, because I see a ring on your finger.
I got engaged.
That's exciting.
So excited. So we're doing a destination wedding in December. So pumped.
And we're all invited?
Well, the crew is all invited, yes.
So I'm not invited?
Maybe.
Oh, awesome.
Maybe.
Thanks for that.
You're welcome.
In the Bahamas, I understand.
Yes, I'm so
perfect
pumped.
Location.
I'm going to spend most of the time scuba diving, and then, of course, I'll get married. And then back to scuba diving. Yeah, it'll be great.
So what else have you been doing? I've
been studying Jimmy Fallon very closely so that I can be prepared for this. So everything is going to be so great, and I'm going to love everybody. Super pumped. And then I've been doing some producing and acting as well in the local industry.
And I think you have a short film coming up here real quick.
Yes, we're producing it right away, and it's we're down to crunch time. I'm pretty excited. My phone just rings nonstop, which makes me feel kind of like a big deal, but it's just people needing things. Yeah.
That's what happens when you're a producer.
Yeah.
So coming up on this show, our very first show of Arts Talk on Shaw TV, I have the Free Will Shakespeare Festival.
Fun.
People coming on. So I've got Tiana Tolley and Jim Guido. And who do you have coming up?
I will be working with Rapid Fire Theatre today, doing some improv, and I have Matt Sherman and Jolene Ballandine. Got it. And yeah, we might be doing some improv during your interview, so it's going to be a surprise.
Don't tell me. I want it to be a surprise.
Yeah, it'll be really good. I'm excited, and they're excited, and that's all that matters. And will you be conducting your interviews in Shakespearean English today?
No, I will not. But I'm excited to see you do your improv. Will you do any accents for it?
No.
No accents. Do you do accents?
No.
Well, there you go. All right. We'll be back right after this with the Free Will Shakespeare Festival. Welcome back to Arts Talk. I'm Bill Roberts. I'd like to welcome to the set for our very first Arts Talk interview with Shaw TV from the Free Will Shakespeare Festival. I have Tiana and Jim. Welcome.
Thank you.
So Tiana, you're the production manager for the Free Will Festival. I understand you've been doing that role for about 2 years now, but you've been with the festival for 9 years. So
that's right.
Tell us how you got involved.
Well, I took theater production at Grant MacEwan. It's a 2-year diploma course, and just loved it. And so it's all the technical theater, and from there I got a job at the Fringe Festival and Next Fest, and met the right people and got right in as a production assistant with the Free Will Shakespeare Festival. And just loved it. Fell in love with the work, and we're outside, you know, and you don't get to do much theater outside. So yeah, I've been with them for 9 years now.
And is this something that you've been wanting to do for a long time?
Yes.
As a tech, so from a very young age you've been
Yeah, my family was involved in community theater, and we would go to the festival every summer, and I just was like, oh, what do I have to do to get in there and to do this fun job? And yeah, I've gotten in, and I love it. It's just what I always thought it would be.
So no inklings to get on stage as an actress?
Not much, no.
You want to be backstage?
Yeah, I like to kind of control the technical aspect. Yeah, exactly. Delegate, make sure it all happens, make the magic happen, I always say. Yeah.
Excellent. Jim, what about you? How did you get involved with the festival?
This is the second show I've directed. I did King Lear 2 summers ago for Free Will. I've known Marianne Coppathorne, who's the artistic director of the company. I've known her since about 1987.
Wow.
So we go way back. I actually directed Marianne in quite a few shows in the Dark Ages,
nice.
it's called. And so when she asked me to direct King Lear, I jumped at the chance. I've seen shows at the festival over the years as well. I love Shakespeare, so I always get asked to do the tragedies. Two in a row. This is a trend.
Wow.
I love the dark shows. You know, Marianne does the comedies, and I'm doing the tragedy.
So how many years have you been involved in directing professionally?
1979.
Wow.
I'm aging myself. 1979.
And we had kind of chatted before we went on air that you've kind of been all over the place as well, so not
Yes.
just Edmonton. So
Yeah, I came to Edmonton in 1987. I was here for about 10, 11 years. Then I went out east, worked in Toronto, Sudbury Theatre Centre, came back here to do some work at Theatre Network actually in 2002. Then I'm actually working at Grant MacEwan University as well. I'm in the theatre arts program there. I run the acting program as opposed to the technical program.
The other side of our
Yeah.
yes.
the other side. So
Yeah.
were you an actor as well?
I started as an actor and then I shifted into directing because it's good to be in control.
Again,
Puppet
delegated.
masters. Yeah.
Yes, I make the magic happen as well.
Good. So last year, Tiana,
Yes.
must have been a little bit of a nightmare, I would think, for you.
Yeah, it
being
sure
that you've been
was.
at Horlack Park for many, many years, and then all of a sudden last year, due to damage to the roof, you couldn't use the Horlack Amphitheater.
Yeah.
So tell me a little bit what happened. You had to move inside?
We did. I was joking with the designer in 2013, that year, the last year we were in the park, and I was just like, they're changing the tent. I bet you it's not going to be done in time. Ha ha ha. And we had a good laugh about it, and that wasn't the problem. The problem, it was torn from the wind, and so yeah, we moved indoors. We looked around for the venue, any venue we could get into, and we finally found the Meyer Horowitz. Was gracious enough to accept us, and yeah, so we moved indoors. It made my job tremendously easier because suddenly I don't have to worry about water or any issues like that, and so it was easier for me, but still a big strain on the festival for sure.
So how does it feel to be back outside this year?
Oh, it's the best. We do the job because you're not missing your summer. You're doing theater that we love to do, but you get to be outside and in the sunshine. And
So when you're building sets for the Horlack, as compared to what you ended up having to do last year, obviously you're taking into account that type of background, and it's such a pretty area to be in. Do you build the sets right at Horlack, or are they built and then you truck them over, or how does that work?
we build them in a shop. We actually are pretty good friends with the Edmonton Opera Association, and so they help us out. We rent their shop for the summer and build there, and then we take the whole set apart and truck it over to Horlack and set it all back up. And
Great.
yeah, it works really well. It's a good partnership with them because their season's off for the summer, and so we come in and
Excellent.
yeah.
And Jim,
Yes.
tell us about the show you're directing. Give us the name, give us a little synopsis so people know what we're going to come see.
I'm directing Coriolanus, which is actually the first time I think it's being done at the festival. It's one of Shakespeare's lesser-known tragedies. It's an amazing play. It was actually done as a film a couple of years ago. Ray Fiennes directed a version of it. It's sort of an action-packed Roman tragedy. It's about a Roman soldier called Caius Marcius, who eventually becomes known as Coriolanus, and but it's more of a political thriller about how a man who's a warrior gets great success, and then he comes back to Rome, and they try to turn him into a politician. And he can't play the game of politics. So the tragedy is his downfall. So everything that was great about him as a soldier, being inflexible, ruthless, just doing the doesn't work in politics because you have to learn how to compromise and adjust.
Sounds like an interesting show.
Yes, and so it's an amazing roller coaster, very driven, and it's just good contrast. Every year they balance a comedy and a tragedy. So As You Like It, which Marianne is directing, is a more pastoral, lighthearted comedy about young lovers being banished from court, going out to the forest, mistaken identities, men dressing up as women. The usual Shakespeare comedy.
Yeah.
And do you get a lot of the same actors and actresses back year after year, or do you change it out a little bit each year with cast members?
Well, I think there's always sort of a core group that, like a revolving door of people that, and they know the park and they know the space,
Right.
and they love the experience. They get to do 2 shows, and they get to, again, it's like a summer camp and you get paid for it.
Yeah, I'd say there's about 30 core actors, and then from that we'll take 15 or 16 every year. And so you'll see people that they'll skip a year but come back the next year.
Right.
And so yeah.
And on the production side, Tiana, so crew-wise, I'm assuming you must have a pretty good-sized crew.
Yeah,
to
we have
run
a
the show.
large crew. Carpenters, there's about 5 carpenters that work for 4 weeks building the set. We have a props head, a paint head, costume, whole wardrobe department, and this year actually we partnered up with the Theatre Garage in Edmonton. So those nice ladies over there in charge of our wardrobe, and so they're getting all the
That's
costumes.
excellent.
And
I know of them for sure.
Yeah, they're great, and so it's been awesome because they also house our collection, our wardrobe collection, and so it's great because they can pull from the stock we've got and build new. And but yes, we have a large production crew for sure for these festival.
So for our viewers who want to come out and spend some time at the Free Will Shakespeare Festival, how do we get tickets?
freewillshakespeare.com. There's all the information there. You can buy online, and then there's the Pay What You Will performances every Tuesday night and Saturday matinee are Pay What You Will. So it's basically by donation. You just come in, throw a toonie in, and I believe children under 10 are free, and Sunday matinees are student Sundays, and so anyone with a valid student ID can come in and get a free show, and we just want accessibility for everyone to come and enjoy the shows. Yeah.
And just quickly before we have to wrap up, is there any kind of hints you want to give somebody who's new coming to the festival in regards to how they should prepare? Just come, sit, relax, enjoy the show.
It's a wonderful event for a date or your family. There's snacks, and you get to enjoy the nature. You're outside watching a fun show. Even the tragedies are so fun to see, and we've got fog and lights, and it's
squirrels.
Really fun. Squirrels running across the stage. And my favorite is when the weather interrupts a show, or we got thunder rolling in, and that's my favorite.
That's awesome. Well, thank you so much, both Jim and Tiana, for coming on. You need to get out and see the Free Will Shakespeare Festival. It's in a fantastic venue. It's a fantastic festival. Very, very well done. Make sure you get on their website and get some tickets. Again, Tiana, Jim, thank you so much for being on Arts Talk and being our very first guests on the show. There you go. You can tell everybody that. We'll be right back after this. And we're back. I'd like to thank both Jim and Tiana from the Free Will Shakespeare Festival. That was an awesome interview, great festival. One thing we like to do on Arts Talk is talk about any upcoming events that are coming up in Edmonton and surrounding area. So I have a couple of events, Jennifer.
Oh, do you?
Yes, I do. One is the Edmonton International Street Performers Festival, which takes place July 3rd and the 12th of this year.
Okay.
Going to be fun. This year, yes. Sir Winston Churchill Square, Edmonton. So that is a big event. A lot of people attend. Hopefully the weather will be good. There will be jugglers, acrobats, hip-hop dancers, sword swallowers, as if I would want to do that, musicians, and more. So great event. Again, hopefully the weather will be great for it, but you'll want to get down and see that for sure. Another big event coming up from July 16th to the 25th of this year, of course, Jennifer. The Taste of Edmonton.
Delicious.
Do you like to eat?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, great event. Taste of Edmonton, that'll be at Sir Winston Churchill Square as well. What do you have?
Nice. I have the most important event in July, and that's my birthday, July 10th. So
I didn't
excited.
see that on the event schedule.
Oh, because it's on my list where all the important ones are.
Of course.
And we also have the Canadian Food Championships. They are July 22nd to 25th at Centennial Plaza. It's free for everyone to attend, and there's going to be all sorts of delicious cooking. So excited for that one.
Have you attended that event before?
This, I think, is the first time that they've had it in Edmonton, so no, I have not, but I do love cooking.
So 2 food events, Taste of Edmonton,
It's
the
an art.
Canadian Food Championships, and that is right.
And I have one more.
Sorry.
So K-Days also is coming up in July from the 17th to the 26th. So everyone get ready for your midway rides and the food. I wonder what their interesting thing is this time. And the shopping, of course. So I'm really excited.
Shopping at K-Days.
Yeah.
Carnival Eats.
And that's it. We're going to come back with my guest now in Rapid Fire Theater. So here we go. Hi, and we're back. And I have Rapid Fire Theater with me, Miss Jolene Ballandine and Matt Sherman. And they're here to talk about Improvaganza, their Coming Up Festival in June. And that is from June 17th to the 27th at the Citadel Theater. So tell us, what is Improvaganza?
So Improvaganza is Edmonton's alternative comedy festival. It's an international comedy festival, bringing in the top acts from all over the world in improv, sketch, and stand-up.
Yeah, we've been running for 15 years. This is our 15-year anniversary.
15, that's amazing.
Yeah.
And who's coming?
Oh, we groups from all over the world.
All over.
We've got groups from Hamburg.
Yes.
From London.
Correct.
From Oslo.
Winnipeg.
From Argentina.
Calgary.
From New York.
Toronto.
Minneapolis.
Vancouver.
Chicago.
Edmonton.
Yeah, literally
Edmonton.
every
All
corner
over
of
the world.
How do you get these groups?
So Improvaganza is one of the biggest and best improv festivals in the world, and groups apply to be a part of it, and then we at Rapid Fire Theater screen the applications and choose our favorite acts and get to host them here in Edmonton, which is very exciting.
Yeah, it's kind of nice because when we go to other cities, we get to meet these other companies, and so we get to kind of assemble a group that would be diverse, and so you get a lot
Oh,
variety.
fun. And these are your Improvaganza shirts?
Yeah.
That's right.
We've got
This
one
is-
too.
Yeah.
This is the future one that came straight from last year.
Yeah.
That's
So-
what we told you to make you feel good.
Yeah.
It was last year's. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
Oh.
Moving on.
So, what can we expect at the show?
Yeah, so we've got lots of different acts, and they're all we do showcases. So we get to see what they're doing in their cities, and then we also have a tournament, a theater sports tournament, which is what we do at Rapid Fire quite often. And so it's kind of like battles between
the
the
death.
cities. Yeah, some will
Fight to the
die.
death.
So some will not get out alive.
Yeah.
And yet they come back year after year.
Yeah.
Weird. Yeah.
Amazing.
Yeah, so we got troops doing improvised musicals. There's a podcast, Stop Podcasting Yourself from Vancouver. They'll be here doing a
Fun.
doing a comedy set.
And this year we also have a sketch comedy showcase.
That's right.
We also have some stand-ups, some local stand-ups, and some international stand-ups. And we actually have a really exciting project this year that is a collaboration,
A co-production, yeah.
with FoundFest. It's called Forever Never Always Here. And it was with a group from Oslo, and a few of us from Rapid Fire Theater got to travel to Oslo and work on this format, which is an improv long form where we do something in a different space. So every time the show is at a different space, and we don't see the space before we go in, and then we just create theater based on where we are.
Yeah, in like a living room or a cafe or something.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
Well, why don't we play a game while we're here?
Cool.
Give them
Yeah,
a little
all right.
taste of what improv is.
Sure.
So we're gonna do a little bit of an emotional roller coaster interview right now, which I'm super excited about. So what else does Rapid Fire do?
I don't know if I should say. Maybe you should say.
Yeah. Well, we do acting without a script.
Yeah.
Oh my God, there's no script, so we never
Yeah.
really know what
No,
we're doing.
we don't know what we're doing
Oh, okay.
most of the time.
So how did you get started then?
Well, I got started when I was a kid.
In high school, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
I mean, it's a really hard time in your life, and you just go through so much stuff, and it's really quite scary, and it just felt like we latched onto it, and I've never really looked back.
No.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Oh.
Well, what kind of advice do you have for young improvisers?
Well,
I'm glad you asked.
let me tell you.
You're thinking about doing it?
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Cool. You
You'd
could.
be great.
Yeah, you could
Yeah.
come and hang out
You've
with
got
us.
the form.
That would be great.
Yeah, you got a great shirt on.
Thank you.
You got a great everything.
Yeah. Come out with us, do some
Got it.
improv. You can come to a workshop with Rapid Fire Theater.
What workshops?
Yeah,
Tell
yeah.
me.
Well, they happen all the time.
Yeah.
You can never not be in a workshop.
No.
Okay, if you're in
You
the
could-
workshop, you're in the workshop.
You could do a workshop at Rapid Fire Theater throughout the year. You could do a workshop at Improvaganza. You can just do a workshop anywhere. You can hire us.
Why aren't you in a workshop
Yeah.
right
I
now?
don't know.
Real
I'm not in a
question.
workshop. I should be in a
Jennifer,
workshop right
Yeah.
now.
If that's
Okay.
really your
Is this
name.
a workshop? Should I do it? Are we workshopping? Okay.
Absolutely.
Just come on over
Yeah,
anytime you want. We do
we-
shows weekly.
Yeah.
So we are. Our doors are always open.
We would
to
be so
everyone.
happy to have you.
Oh, you would be
Yeah.
such a joy.
I'm having such a great time here.
I'm so happy
Yeah.
that I'm get to be on the show.
Yeah.
This is like a
We should
dream
have
come
you
true.
in our show.
You should.
Yes.
Yes. I should.
Yeah.
So, do you know Nathan Fillion?
That is a great question.
That's a great question.
Because we do.
Yeah.
He used to be a part of Rapid Fire Theater before.
Right.
Before we were in the company, but he is now a part of Oh, he's an alumni now.
Yes, and he's been known to drop in every now and then.
Yeah, once in a while he'll come and do a show with us, and it's always a joy to have him. He's very cool, very
that's good.
tall.
Yes,
Yeah.
very muscular.
He looks like he would be both of those things.
Yeah.
And I appreciate that.
Yeah.
So you talked a little bit about some of your workshops. You're doing public workshops as well?
Yeah.
At the performance?
Yeah, at Improvaganza, you can sign up for a workshop with any one of our international guests. There's 4 different workshops available, and teaching all kinds of cool different improv techniques.
Yeah, and it's kind of based on, there's different levels. So if you've never done improv before, you can take some. And then there's some for more advanced people that may have had a bit of background. But yeah, you can find all that information on our website.
What's your website?
rapidfiretheater.com.
Excellent. So that was kind of a little bit of a roller coaster.
Sure,
Started
totally
normal.
was.
You guys went all weird and crazy, came
Yeah.
back. I loved it.
Good.
That was fun. Is that what improv is like all the time?
Yeah, well, and in fact,
It's a roller coaster,
yeah,
for sure.
in fact, we're improvising right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's no script
No
for this
way.
interview. Yeah.
And did you mean it that I should be in your show?
Yes.
Oh, absolutely.
100%. Actually, on our weekly shows, people come, and often we'll pull people up on stage.
Audience members up.
and
Yeah.
do things with
I
them.
can be a
so
plant
Yeah.
in the
yeah.
audience.
Yeah, you should do that
So
for your
fun.
wedding.
So are there golden rules around improv? How does that work?
Yeah, the golden rule of improv is being positive and saying yes.
Always say yes.
So the reason it's so fun is because you just gotta agree with people, smile, just be positive.
Yeah, it's a truly collaborative art form with everybody agreeing with each other and working together to create scenes and to have fun, make comedy.
So you just agree all the time,
Yes.
no matter what I said?
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
So just now when I asked if I should be in the show and you agreed that I should, that was just improv.
That's
Yes.
correct.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah, that's cool. So how did you get started?
Well, that's a good question too. At Rapid Fire Theater, we have a teen improv festival earlier in the year in February, where a lot of our players get their start. And that's where I started. It's the Wildfire Festival, and started in high school playing as a teen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Amazing.
It's the same for me.
Yeah.
Just through high school, and I would watch the shows, and I got really inspired by it, and I kept going. But other people are coming in through our workshops, so
Great.
You don't have to be in high school to get into
Yeah.
the company.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's
thank
right.
goodness. Awesome. Well, it was so fun having you guys on here. I'm pretty sure that was the best interview I've ever been a part of.
I wouldn't be surprised.
honored.
Yeah, yeah.
It was,
I'm glad to
most
be here.
definitely.
Yeah.
So if you want more information, please go to rapidfiretheater.com and check out everything Improvaganza. It's coming up right away, June 17th to 27th at the Citadel Theater.
That's right.
Thank you so much. It was so fun to have you. We'll
Thank
go
you
to
for
a
having
quick
us.
break. And we're back, and thank you so much to Rapid Fire Theater. That is the best interview I've ever done. It was my favorite. It was so fun.
You were quite good.
No, they were good.
You were good, Jennifer.
They were good.
Yeah, it was good. It was good.
So tell us how people can find us before we go.
Remember, if you want to be on the show, please contact us through our website, artstalktv.com, and through our email, which is artstalkedmonton@gmail.com, and we'd be happy to get you on the show to talk about yourself and your event. We look forward to our next
you.
Arts Talk show, so we will see you then.
Bye.